Hello. Rambly says hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Karplus-Strong synthesis here. Your beloved. um, so last time, I never know how to start these. Last time I did, this style of video, I did it on my vinyl collection, and this time I wanted to do it on my CD collection. I believe I don't know if you watching this right now have seen my vinyl thingy. You can check it out if you want to. But I said that I was gonna wait until my new CD came in. My new CD came in. Sorry, the Southern kicks in. I'm from Florida. Um, sometimes sometimes the Southern kicks in. I'm from Florida. Sentence, grammar, that kind of stuff is very hard. um, yeah, last time I said I was gonna do the CD thing once my new CD came in, because I had bought one like around the time that I did my vinyl collection video. It's finally in. It came in. I want to say it was either yesterday or the day before, but my memory's so shot. It's really bad. I think it was the day before. Um, and so I have that here. I have my other stuff here. I'm gonna talk about some cassettes too, because I have a few cassettes. And I'm not just gonna do a separate video on cassettes when I only have like two cassettes. Well, I have three cassettes, but one of them is whatever. We'll get to it probably, maybe. Um, and the first CD I wanted to. Oh, I have a lot of CDs, by the way. Like more than my vinyl. I'll probably go through this. I'll try to go through this a bit faster so that we're not here for like 3 hours. Um, the first 3D is the first. Wow, I'm struggling today. The first CD I am gonna show y'all is my new one, which is "Girl's Basket of Fruit" by Shoo Shoo. This is a great album. Rambly, Rambly loves this album because Rambly's a purple raccoon and this is a purple album. You know, they go hand in hand. Totally, that's totally how that works. Also, today's Halloween. I just noticed. Oh, jeez. And this is like the perfect Halloween album, so it like works out really well. Um, yeah, if you like Halloween and you like spooky music, this is literally the perfect album. There's a song on here called, I don't know why I opened that. There's nothing in there. It's really minimalistic packaging here. You can see there's like nothing really even in there. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there's a song on here called "Pumpkin Attack on Mommy and Daddy." It's very Halloweeny. It's a good song. I think that's the most popular song from this album actually. But the whole thing's really weird, really freaky stuff, disturbing too. There's a lot of disturbing moments. Mary Turner is notoriously known as a very disturbing song, and that's a song on that album. So I've got Coke Zero here. I hate Coke Zero. I prefer Coke, but we don't have any normal Coke. Actually, I don't really like Coke either. I'm more of a root beer person or Dr. Pepper. Um, Next album here is actually one of the first CDs that I bought, which is "To Be Kind" by Swans. Don't have any Swans vinyl, so I didn't get to talk about them last time, but I love these guys. Swans is amazing. Michael Gira, love you. Please do something. I don't know. Play in Florida. We're begging you. We are begging you. I would love to see Swans live, but they haven't played in Florida recently, and it's really upsetting. They haven't played in Florida since the pandemic. I don't know when the last time they did play in Florida was. So, but yeah, this is a great album. This is top three for me. Um, Good shit. Next album, might as well get this girl out of the way here. Arca, Kick 3. This is a fucking glorious album right here. Super short, but like just absolutely insane. I love the packaging on this one too, because it slides out of this thingy, which has like the Arca symbol, and then you've got this is where your front cover comes from, and you know you got all your all the stuff in here, including the full picture. I don't know if I can. I love the little fucking run bitch in the corner. It's so good, and it's like perfect for the album. And then you've got like this weird CD casing where you kind of push that, and then the CD slides out. Excuse me. It's really cool. Really cool stuff. Really good album. If you haven't heard it already, it's like a deconstructed club type thing, but it's just absolutely fucking absurd. Lots of industrial elements. It's really good shit. Uh, Next album, you might recognize this one because it's behind me. Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. I'm actually not that big of a fan of this album, which is really embarrassing because it's literally right behind me. But I think it's a good album. I need to listen to it again, to be fair. I've only listened to it a couple of times, and I have since improved my ability of like critical listening, because it's been like 2 years now, since I've last listened to this album. But I mean, there's some cool stuff on here. It's classic, obviously. Sorry, Pink Floyd fans, I'm not sucking their dick over this album. Good album, but it's not fucking perfect. Shut up. uh, but yeah, good album, good little album here. I'm not gonna talk about this too much because everyone knows about Pink Floyd. Next, oh, here we go. Here's some funky stuff. Tool Lateralis. I don't really like how the CD looks because it's stupid. You open it and then like you take this out and it's just like it just looks bad. I don't know. I think that looks like shit personally. It doesn't really look very good. But in terms of the music and the the album cover like in a vacuum, I mean, this is good shit. It's fucking Tool. Who doesn't love Tool? Other than Pitchfork, we don't talk about that. What's happening here? I fucked something up. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. I don't see anything. I'm blind. Okay. My hair's getting in my eyes. I would have my hair up, but I think I look ugly with my hair up, so. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that's better. Yeah, Tool, Lateralis, one of their best albums. This or, how's it pronounced? Anima? Those two are like their best ones. I don't know which one out of those is my favorite, but they're both really fucking good. Okay, we've got... Here, I might as well just get these two out of the way. I have more albums by these guys in here. Let me see if I can just get those out now, so that we don't have to talk about it anymore. Okay, there's another one. Where's the fucking last one? I have 4 of them. Where's the last one? It's whatever. We'll talk about the last one later, I guess. I've got all 4 of the Metallica, or like the first 4 Metallica albums. I'm not going to talk about these too much, because to me they're sort of all the same. Other than, like, Kill 'Em All, which is notably worse. Not saying that Kill 'Em All is a bad album. I really like Kill 'Em All. The energy's great, but it's just like not the same quality as these other 3 here. I do have Kill 'Em All. I'll pull it out later. But yeah, I like these 3 albums. They're funky. I haven't listened to them in a while because I'm not the biggest Metallica fan anymore. But yeah, I mean, very formative music for my little brain, because I used to listen to this a lot when I was in like elementary school. So because my dad really liked them at the time. Oh, here we go. Now we've got metal that I'm actually interested in. Liturgy 93696, the best album of 2023 in my opinion. This is good shit. I saw them live earlier this year, and they put on a fucking fantastic show. The set list was amazing. They opened up with the intro track of this song, Daily Bread, and then it went into Degeneration, which is also on this album. It's the second song on the album. They transitioned into each other, and they did that in the concert. I love this cover art. I've seen some mixed opinions. Some people have called it like shit. They just like don't like it, but I personally really like how it looks, and I think it perfectly matches the really fucking blown out, burnt sound of this album. Produced by Steve Albini, or recorded by Steve Albini. He doesn't. Uh, Steve Albini's complicated. But yeah, recorded by Steve Albini. Double CD. Black metal, kind of. I think I said in my last video that I don't really consider them black metal. I still hold true to that. There's definitely black metal elements, but I don't really consider them to be like black metal. They're more they're more like avant-garde to me. Very avant-garde black metal, or very avant-garde metal with black metal elements. And this is like, in my opinion, the pinnacle of their discography. I think this is the best thing that they've ever done. It's just fucking fantastic. And also their least black metal album, I would say. There's not too much black metal elements other than the tremolo picking and the blast beats, which, I mean, they call them something else because their drummer does it in a very specific way or whatever. I don't really care about that. And I think anyone who does care about that, shut up. The people who are being pretentious about it and the people who are angry at the people being pretentious about it, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Just listen to the music and appreciate the music. Y'all are stupid. Anyway, Kate Bush, Hounds of Love. Admittedly, I need to listen to this album more. I really fuck with the sound of this album, but I don't listen to it. I don't really put it on too often. But it's a really good album, really good 80s pop right here. I love this CD. I love how it looks. It sounds fantastic as well. I mean, all the CDs sound fantastic. CDs sound better than vinyl. Kill me, if you want to. Which, excuse me. In my opinion, sound quality is not really what I'm after when I own physical media. And I think going after physical media for the sound quality is kind of dumb. But, whatever. I don't want to start arguments. Next album, Blood Mountain by Mastodon. Fucking amazing. Somewhat forgotten a little bit. I don't really see too many people talking about this kind of stuff from Mastodon. Usually it's Leviathan that people talk about, or Crack the Sky. But I mean, this is just like the best elements of Leviathan, but like a bit more like artsy. It's good stuff. Really, really nice music there. Just some good I was about to say straightforward metal. Just good metal, I would say. Speaking of just really good metal, Gojira, L'Enfant Sauvage. I'm sorry, the reflections are so bad. Gojira, L'Enfant Sauvage. I think that's how it's pronounced. I remember I used to pronounce it like lay infant sausage, which we will not discuss because I was in middle school and I was stupid. The CD case sadly does have a crack. Oh, fuck, I keep doing that. You can see. And I have a couple CDs like that. It's just because I was really bad at transporting them. Or like they'll get sent through the mail and they get fucked up there. I don't really remember exactly what happened with this one, but it was probably the first one because I'm stupid. And I don't remember this having that crack originally. But yeah, this is a good metal album. Gojira is one of my favorite metal bands. This is actually one of my least, oh my gosh, my least favorite albums from them. And that's not saying it's bad. It's really fucking good. It's just I have high standards for Gojira. So, like, the only album in their discography that's worse for me personally is Fortitude. I don't like Fortitude that much. And this is above that by a lot, but I have really high standards for Gojira, and most of their albums, in my opinions, are like 9 out of 10s. I'm like fucking crazy about Gojira. So, yeah, there's that. I need to get more Gojira CDs. Next, Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. Fucking amazing album right here. Do I even need to talk about this album? This album's so good. Just listen to it. Just listen to it. There's a reason that Kendrick is the GOAT. Listen to this album. It's so good. Alright. I'm not going to talk about that album too much because everybody knows about it. Here's an album that I really like, but I will tell you not to listen to. Daughters. You won't get what you want. Don't listen to this album. Don't fucking listen to it. I'm not gonna promote this guy. The lead singer is an awful person. Not promoting this. If you want to look into that, you can look it up yourself. I don't feel like ruining the vibe and talking about that here. But yeah, don't listen to it. Don't support that guy. Fuck him. Middle finger. Screw you, Alexis Marshall. Kill yourself. I can't say that. Don't kill yourself, but I hope bad things happen. Next, in Rainbows, by Radiohead. One of their best, for sure. 10 out of 10 album here. In Rainbows is fucking glorious. If you're watching this video, you most likely have already listened to this album. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's really beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful albums out there. It is certainly Radiohead's most gorgeous album, which is saying a lot because they have a lot of beautiful music. Yes, check that out. All right. Oh fuck. We'll wait for that one. I'll just get all the Radiohead albums out of the way. I also have OK Computer. Love OK Computer, obviously. It's hard for me to say which of the top three that I do prefer from Radiohead. Here's Kid A as well. I love the fuck out of all of these albums. I love them so much. They're so good. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about them. I do have another one in here, which I do not think is a 10 out of 10 like those three, but we'll get to her. Tool, again, this is the other album that I had mentioned from them. Anima, fucking hell, I can't hold shit. Really, some funky art stuff. I don't really particularly care for the packaging on this album as well. Tool kind of sucks ass with that. But, this CD right here, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Of course, as I said before, I kind of feel the same about Lateralis as I do about this. Different appeals, but same quality. That kind of thing. Next, here's an album that was mostly written by Maynard from Tool. Deftones, White Pony. I think this is a specific... Yeah, this is the 20-year anniversary, because I couldn't find the original. I normally don't like getting anniversary versions, and that goes for this as well. But... it's whatever. I'll deal with it. I get some remixes on there or whatever, including a DJ Shadow remix on here, which I think is really funny. But I haven't actually listened to any of the remixes because they scare me. Oh, there's a Pink Maggot Square Pusher remix. I'll probably listen to that eventually. I haven't thrown on this CD, by the way. I haven't listened to this CD, but of course I've listened to the album a million times. I love White Pony. It's not a 10 for me, but it's just a really infectious album. It just sounds amazing. Plus this packaging is kind of neat. But generally, I'm not a big fan of Deftones' imagery. I'm just a big fan of their music. Though I think this album cover, not this one in particular, but the original, where it's just the white and then you got the outline of the pony, that's peak. That's really fucking cool. I'm a big fan of minimalism, and that is one of my favorite album covers. I think it's just incredibly iconic. Sorry I keep doing that. I find talking very draining. I don't normally do this that often. This is actually the time of day where I get the most talking. The time of day as if it's a daily thing, but it's whatever. Next is, I talked about this last time because I have it on vinyl as well. Lift Your Skinny Fists by Godspeed You. Oh wait, Lift Your Skinny Fists like antennas to heaven. There, we got the whole title. By Godspeed You, ! Black Emperor. I added the exclamation point again. I didn't need to do that. This is a good album. There's a reason I have it on CD as well as vinyl. I love the shit out of this album. This copy in particular, I actually got at a Godspeed You Black Emperor concert. And I just picked this up and another album that I'm going to get to in a second here. Yeah, good stuff. Really, really good stuff. And here is the other album that I got. F sharp, A sharp, Infinity. This this album is interesting for me. I really, really fuck with the atmosphere. Sorry, I keep on eating my hair. I really fuck with the atmosphere of this album, but I have not been able to get through it. I can't listen to the whole thing. I don't know why. It's just like at some point I just like kind of have to turn it off. I don't know. I don't really know why. And one day I will eventually sit through the whole thing. But for now, I haven't even heard I haven't even gotten to the last track of this album yet. We'll get there eventually. But I still recommend it. I still recommend you listen to it because the atmosphere is really intriguing. And speaking of intriguing atmospheres, here's one of the more underground albums that I have in this thing. Black Mountain Transmitter with Black Goat of the Woods. They really like black. This is a fucking fantastic album. I would say underrated, but I don't think it's actually underrated. I think it's just underappreciated. I think everybody who's listened to this album has a lot of good things to say about it. The upload on YouTube has like 1 million views or something right now. Came out in 2009, but nobody really buys the CD. And I highly recommend, if you like the music, to pick up the CD. These guys aren't really a very big group. Actually, I'm not even sure if they're a group. It could just be one person. I don't really know much about Black Mountain Transmitter. But I do think that supporting smaller artists is more important than supporting larger artists. And if you like this album, I highly recommend that you pick it up. Assuming that these guys aren't terrible people. You know, I'm bad about researching that kind of stuff, and they could be fucking Nazis, and I'd have no clue. I'd be absolutely clueless. Next, this is another album that I own on vinyl, but I also have it on CD because I really like the music. Sinner Get Ready by Lingua Ignota. Obviously, favorite album of all time right here, or between this and The Glow Part 2 by The Microphones. They're both fucking amazing albums. I can't pick between them. I do have to say I listened to this one more than The Glow Part 2. But that's just because I don't know why, actually. I think for this one it's easier for me to digest with individual tracks, whereas The Glow Part 2 I have to listen to it all the way through, or else you just like don't get the same experience. That's my best guess. But yeah, I mean, this is a really good album. The fucking CD sounds amazing, obviously. I mean, the fucking album is produced gloriously. Seth Manchester, my beloved. Love that guy. Speaking of another album produced by a guy that I love, Talking Heads, Remain in Light. I didn't put it... Talking Heads, Remain in Light. Produced by Brian Eno, a very famous guy in the music sphere. Very influential, coined the term ambient music, as far as I'm aware. Though didn't invent ambient music, he just coined the term. He's the reason the genre is called ambient, and I'm a big fan of ambient music. I don't know... Oh, wait. I already talked about Black Mountain Transmitter. So there's my ambient CD. I might have some more in here. It's been a while since I've gone through this stuff. I haven't heard of this album in a while. I need to listen to it again. But from what I remember, I did enjoy the fuck out of this album. I mean, obviously, I have it on CD. It's good stuff. I like this album cover a lot, too. It's really freaky to me. I think it's kind of like kind of horrifying. It doesn't really match the sound of the album, but it's cool. Okay, next. We got another Swans album. I'll get this one out of the way as well. Swans, The Glowing Man. Fucking amazing album. Not as good as To Be Kind, but still amazing. Really, much more psychedelic, I would say. Very cerebral stuff here. Glowing Man. All CDs by Swans are signed by Michael Gira. Good stuff. Well, if you buy it from Young God Records, which is his record label. So, yeah. Here's a bit of a different one here. Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. This album is fucking amazing. It's so delicious. I just want to eat these mixes. It's so groovy, so tasty. I just love how sparkly this album is. Highly recommend. This is a must listen, though I mean, if you were around in the music scene, or even just a music listener in general, there's no doubt that you've heard some stuff off of this album. It's really, really good. All right. Next is David Bowie. Oh god, I'm gonna get. I don't know what's about to happen here. This is my favorite David Bowie album, Black Star. It's a bit embarrassing that this is my favorite, but at the same time, it's a really good album, and it's impossible it's impossible to deny its quality. It is a quality release. This is a quality album. Good music on here. You got this picture of David Bowie in there. This album is depressing. It's heartbreaking. It will ruin you, and it is amazing. Definitely recommend that album right there. Okay. Okay, hey, look, we've got the last Radiohead album that I own, A Moon-Shaped Pool. This is a good album. I say it's a good album as if it's like, oh, it's okay. No, it's a good album. This is a fantastic album here. I do hate the packaging. I hate when CDs do, like, this little, like, weird sleeve thing. I think it's awful, and it does ruin the CDs over time. Producers need to stop doing that. But this album was so good. I mean, I don't really listen to my CDs too often anyway because my CD player sucks. So, I guess I'll get this thing out of the way. Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP. Or, sorry, Marshall Mathers LP 2. I don't care about this album. My mom gave it to me. Because, I don't know, she likes Eminem. I don't like Eminem. I don't really care about Eminem. He doesn't strike me as a particularly interesting individual. I understand he has his place in 90s and 2000s hip-hop, but I don't fucking care about Eminem. Who cares about Eminem? You know what I mean? Plus, he's just, like, sort of a whiny bitch. Especially recently. Like, I don't know. People call Radiohead whiny, but I think Eminem is what a really whiny musician sounds like. Like, I don't care about what anyone has to say, and I'm gonna keep telling you that I don't care that you're mean to me. And it's like nobody's talking to him. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Now, here's a Detroit rapper that I can... is Eminem from Detroit? I think Eminem's from Detroit, right? I don't know. Here's a Detroit rapper that I can get down with. Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition, the best rap album ever, or at least it's up there. Certainly up there with T-Pab, in my opinion. This album's fucking amazing. Super experimental. Super wonked out beats. Danny Brown's flows are amazing. His voice is so good. It's on Warp Records, one of my favorite independent record labels. Highly recommend. Highly recommend this album. If you have not heard it, you need to listen to it. I'm gonna smacking you with something to listen to this album. Listen to it. Listen to the album. What else have we got in here? I have a lot of CDs. Melophobia, Cage the Elephant. Good album. This album is probably the loudest CD I own. I don't know why it is mixed and mastered like that, but it's just fucking loud. It is a loud album. It is so obnoxiously loud. But, I mean, it's fucking amazing. This is Cage the Elephant. Listen to it. It's good music. It's good music. Rah. Good stuff there. Metallica, Kill 'Em All. I kind of said my thoughts about this. Very energetic, very youthful, but, I mean, not really much outside of that to say. It's just Metallica. What do you expect? Very thrashy, too, obviously. Gonna get this one out of the way as well. Nirvana, Icon. Fuck this album. I hate what they did to Kurt Cobain after he died. Just listen to the fucking 3 albums that they put out. And Incesticide. Is that what that album's called? That one. Listen to those 4. Bleach, Nevermind, Incesticide, and In Utero. Those are the albums that you need to care about. Nobody fucking gives a shit about Icon. Or the other compilation albums, for that matter. Fucking stupid. Stop doing that shit. I hate when record labels do that. But I have the CD because I wanted a Nirvana CD because I was insecure about my music nerdiness when I was like 16 years old. Anyway, next we've got Blue by Kremer. I have 2 copies of this. Fucking really good indie music. It's just a guy in his bedroom on Bandcamp that I enjoy a particular amount. And you know he's cool. He painted the CDs himself. I really like this going on in here. Definitely check him out. Please check out Kremer. Super underrated, super underground. Highly recommend. The production is really interesting. This album in particular has an interesting story because the computer files actually got corrupted. And so it has this like really buzzy sound to it at points. It's really interesting. Highly recommend. I think it actually somewhat improves the album. Let's see. Okay, won't get into those. Oh, here. Yeah, I won't get into those. I'm referring to, I have a bunch of these. I like burning my own CDs. Bootlegs are fun. Boards of Canada, Gia Gotti. I'm so happy to own a copy of this album, even though it is a used copy and the fucking packaging is like fucked up. I don't know what happened there, but the CD itself is fine, so that's good. But I mean, this is a really good album here. It's fucking Boards of Canada. Listen to Boards of Canada if you haven't already. Absolutely essential electronic music here. Good stuff. I'm not going to say too much about it because I'm talking so much and it hurts. I hate talking so much and I shouldn't have done this video today, but it's whatever, we're getting through it. Alright, we're going to talk about one more album and then like cassettes and then we're done. This is Good Morning, Good Night by Sachiko M. And I forget everyone else in this album. There's 3 people on this album. It's an Onkyo, it's a Japanese Onkyo album. Basically no input mixing stuff. Really experimental, really minimalist, which is, I've already talked about how much I like minimalism. I like this cover. I like what's going on. I like what's going on back there. This whole album is just like minimalist heaven. Everything just sounds so nice, but it's like not normal music at all. It just kind of like sounds like space. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know there's no sounds in space, but whatever. Okay, Sachiko M, Toshimaru Nakamura. I'm bad. I'm bad at this. I'm American. And then Otomo Yoshihide. Otomo Yoshihide. Wow, I'm gonna get fucking lynched if people hear me say that shit like that. Good album, highly recommend. Check it out. The CD was ungodly expensive. It was like $20 something, but whatever. It's a double CD. I get it. All right, and then here we've got our cassettes. So first cassette I'm going to talk about is Joanna Newsom with Ease. It's pronounced Ease, all right, because it's named after a mythical city that's pronounced Ease, all right. But it's spelled like YS. This is a really, really good folk album here. Amazing harp playing. The music on here is just absolutely destructive, amazing. Yes. I am struggling to put it back. Oh, that's because I put it upside down. We don't talk about that. It's a good album. 10 out of 10 here. Another album that I have on cassette is Saved by the Miss Reverend Kristen Michael Hayter, who is the same person behind the Lingua Ignota project. This album, the only way to listen to it is physical media. All right, shut up. It's not true. You can listen to this album any way you want, but I think on physical media, it's just such a perfect mix because it was recorded on like really fucking shitty reel-to-reel tape. It just sounds, it just feels right listening to it on physical media. And then the last album here is actually an album that I made. that I'm not too proud of now, but I was 16 and stupid. So this is Blank Canvas by IZ space Y, also pronounced Izzy. Um, this was produced by Turtle Pals Tapes, which are a pretty good indie label, though I, or a net label to be specific. And I apologize to them because I ghosted them, and I'm sorry about that. I had some bad experiences on that account that I used to contact them, so I don't use that account anymore, which means that I ghosted them, and I feel really bad about it. And I'm sorry. There's actually, you can still pick up these cassettes. It's been like 2 years, and only like half of them have sold because it's not a good album. So yeah, and that's the whole thing. Ah. Um, those are all my CDs and a couple of cassettes, a few cassettes. Um, yeah, that's really everything. I don't have much else to talk about. So here's Rambly. Love Rambly. Rambly says goodbye. I say goodbye. Dog. My dog's over there. Alright. Goodbye.